Hey, hello everyone. Hi America. How's it going today? What are you doing? I hope everything's going well. The weather is just nuts outside. It's raining and then it's not raining and then it's raining and hell and this, later and then now it's like sunshine. And it's kind of messed me up. It sure did. I got soaked and wet when I had to step out the same time. But the first time I was about to step out in the morning, it was pouring down rain. And I thought, like, okay, I'll do it after the rain. And so later on, after the rain had passed, I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. And as soon as I got to the first place where I had to pick up some a couple of items, it started raining, and it looked like it was coming down pretty hard, right? And so I go inside the store, and by the time I leave, it is pouring rain. Hell's flying everywhere. It's just these little marble size kind of size hell, and and I parked my vehicle back in the parking lot, not up front, where I could just quickly, like, just do a quick walk to my car and jump in. It was in the parking lot, which means it was probably like about, ooh, man, I don't know, 25, 20 yards away, or so. And so I stood out there and it was pouring. It was crazy. And I thought, like, I can do this. I got to keep moving forward. Got to keep moving forward, right? Put on my big boy pants. I even said it to the lady at the register before I left. I said, I'll see it through, man. That little rain doesn't frighten me. No way. So, long story short, by the time I got to my vehicle, I was soaked and wet. I mean, my pants, my shirt, my jacket, everything I was wearing was just soaking wet. And then I had to go straight home to put on some dry clothes. And as I'm putting on, some fresh clothes, I remember thinking, like, I bet you when I open up the curtains, it's going to stop raining and the sun is shining, right? And as soon as I got put on some dry clothes, I went out, opened the curtains, and it was sun was shining. And I'm sure the weather is like that with you too, where it's just like unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen next. My name is Michael Tomlinson. I am an American tear. Today is September the 13th, 2023. And that's what's happening today. Yes, it is. And we're here, so now I'm here with you. Now I'm here doing this. Heck yeah. This is awesome stuff to be talking about America and how to help or save and to promote a better future for everyone, for all Americans. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna grab my sheet here again that I I just it's just one page that I look at, and so I was going to talk about like motivation, because of what just happened to me today. Now I feel unmotivated, but let's just not talk about that, and let's get back to the American Cheer movement, which is the real nuts and bolts of what's going on here. And I'm sure you want to know. I'm sure you want to know. I mean, it really, you know. The last line is, we cannot support institutions that do not support America. What do I mean by that? Well, if we're sending money to other countries that don't really support America, then, why would we want to support that institution to do that? Or if we have corporations here that are sending all the work overseas because it's too expensive to do it here. You know, how can we 100% back that up and support it? Being that, of course, we're the nation of consumerism, but we also need work. Americans need something to work on, look forward to working on. It's hard to find, it's going to be, that's what I mean. But, basically, this was, like I said, written like 10 years ago. So, um, and, you know, uh, in it right here, the first sentence, that was the last sentence. The first sentence says, the reason I'm taking a proactive stance and become an American tier is that the rules are unfair for everyone except our government, corporations, and other large institutions. Do you agree with me when I say that the rules are unfair? Another way of saying the rules are rigged. It's like, or unfair. And what I mean by unfair, it's just unfair to us. They seem to like operate under their own set of rules, which is the next sentence right here. And it's as if they have their own set of rules and language. And I had to throw in the word language because it's a whole different vibe, whole different kind of talk when you get up in that higher political arena and money starts to be exchanged. So it's just that kind of playoff, where you can't really, they probably don't make direct statements to each other, so they probably talk in code a little bit, you know. The lobbyist probably mentioned something that the politician relates to without them actually saying what they're wanting to say. It's like a suggestive way of talking. And I'm sure they're all they're all good at it, man. They're experts probably at this other kind of language they speak because they operate under a different set of rules. They think they operate in their own world and bubble that's separated from the rest of America, and they're just here to govern here. But they don't do a very good job doing that either. So what's going on? And it's like we the people are subject to all the rules. We can't do things and you rig them up. Rig something to help us. We'll get in trouble. People will be against some regulation, some law, that's stopping people, regular working Americans, from moving forward. While they operate under pretty much no rules and kind of, so they can just move forward and do whatever the heck they want to do, I guess. And they don't need our approval to do this either. They can just do what they want to do. Anyways, and we pay them to operate under a different set of rules. So to answer the question, that is why I'm taking a proactive stance. And right out of the gate, I was just, that was something that meant something to me when I wrote that years back, and it still hangs true. I hope it rings true with you, what I was just talking about, and that one paragraph. And there's so much more power in that one paragraph too, that I'm just not, we're just not exploring. That's some important stuff. That's some important words. That is the foundation of the American Chair Movement. Of people will question you or question me why, and my answer to why is always like, why not? The system's broken, dysfunctional, it's rigged, it's unfair. So that's why. See, I shouldn't even have to explain why. The why should be obvious as to why I'm standing up and do so. The question really is like, why aren't I doing something about it? That's the real question. Like, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you joining in? It's like, it's not gonna. You're not gonna have to do anything really. You just except for start to grow, as it from up to an American tier. And that's all it is. I mean, really. You can make it as, or you can dive in and take on, some aspects of the movement too, and be very active. And you can do that too. If have the time and you have the mindset and some knowledge of how to help American tier movement even grow. There's a lot of things we need to be working on. And I'm doing my best. And dealing with life and life struggles. Because when I went out there, the second time I got SOCOM, the first time I got, didn't work out. But I was just, I'm going out to do laundry. That's all. Just to do laundry. And twice today, it's just like the universe let me know, no, it's not going to happen. And when I did attempt to do it, I just ended up getting soaking wet. Well, I just ran back home. The laundry's still in my vehicle. That's real life, and real life decisions during our day. But it was a priority today because I have other priorities tomorrow. So I can, you can already. That's why I always push to being positive and productive, doing everything we can today, so we have, we don't have to do it tomorrow. But unfortunately, I know that I've just compounded my day, and so tomorrow will be different priorities and a shift of my what I need to be doing, and the same should be going on with you too. We should always be shifting, always reprioritizing, even if we miss out on what, like I did, I just finally said, forget it. It's already later in the day. It's like, dinner time right now. I'm like, no, I'm not into doing it now. So that means I'll have to do it tomorrow. So I relate. Being an American tier, living life on life's terms, and, being a good example with Americans too. But that's just more, being a good example is not even effort or energy. It's just what happens. This is how we are. So that's the easy part. The toughie part is like, well, I tried a third time today. Do I have it in me today to even try it? And I'm sure I'd be successful this third time around. And I may even just, when this video ends, I may just decide, yes, I'm going to go for it again, like I was convinced I was going to do it this afternoon before I got soaking wet and ran back home. Boy, excitement. And I know you relate. I know you can relate to that. Stuff just happens, just goes down. And my decision-making process of going out in the rain, like that, was just not a good decision. So it's kind of like my bad. I decided, when I was looking at that rain and just, it's pretty much coming down sideways. It was so hard. And with the hell, I knew I'd get wet, but I didn't think I'd get like that wet. So, but anyways, besides my mindset of thinking, I could have just used my common sense and stepped back, stayed underneath the barrier in front of the store, and waited for the storm to calm down enough for me to go out and do it, which would have been like 15, 20 minutes maybe. Um, I, and that was it. That's the end of the story. I don't even talk about this. That's what happened, anyways. But thank you for hearing me out. Really, it's just real life, and we can't deny it. And the statement I was just reading, that is real life too. We can't deny the fact that the system is unfair. The system is rigged. And we got to unite as American tears so we can change all that and empower ourselves to do that. And keep getting up and trying again. Yes, 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 yes. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you for hearing me out on that my day today. Didn't mean to talk about it so much, but it's just what happens. Peace, love. We'll talk later, okay? Bye.